that channel. Now, we just saw Eternals not too long ago, and we got a few things to say. Kate, you start.
I start?
Yep.
What, like a rating of how I like it?
Well, to be perfectly honest, I did like it, but I liked it while I was watching it, but now that I'm not watching it anymore and the hype is gone, it's not the same.
No, there is no satisfaction in the movie. None. Probably the only satisfaction you get is probably the ending. The ending credits. Now, should we do a warning now for any spoilers?
There will be spoilers. Not like whether there's a possibility. No, there will definitely be spoilers.
So when you watch a movie, you want to watch it, you want to get excitement, and you want to be satisfied.
Yes.
I did not feel that.
I mean, to be perfectly honest, I was already feeling some sort of negativity towards the movie just because of the very fact that the whole, or at least most of the characters that played the Eternals, they were tokenized from the start, starting with the leader who played Ajax.
So I heard about Eternals a good while back when they just started announcing that this movie was going to be made. And I do remember getting notice about Angelina Jolie and like one other actress. And I knew for a fact that one of the characters, they sex changed her, or him. And I think they did it in the comics too. Or I'm thinking of something else. But I know for a fact that there were some changes.
Well, before watching the movie, I knew that characters were going to be either sex changed, race changed, or orientation changed. When I found out about... Now, this movie was... Obviously, this is a Marvel movie. Disney owns Marvel. And Disney's not usually the kind of company that would put things like, say, sex scenes in a movie. This one, they did. And because of that kind of thing, as well as the whole showing, like, gay couples, this movie was already banned. Like, they couldn't even show it in other countries. It's because homosexuality is still illegal.
I think what led them to have this scene was probably because it was PG. You didn't see much.
No, you didn't. It was just like a little kiss, and with the sex scenes, all you really saw was the top of basically their heads.
Yeah.
And you knew that what they were doing, but you didn't see everything.
No. And I mean, I was fine with it. I didn't care for it. I felt kind of bad for the kids that were sitting next to me watching the movie.
I mean, I didn't mind it too much. It's just kind of like when I saw, say, the kiss scene between the two gay guys. I don't know, for some reason, it didn't feel
genuine.
Yeah, it didn't feel genuine. It didn't really feel. I could tell that. I bet you that guy. I don't know what that guy's actual orientation was, but it's kind of like I could tell he was acting. It didn't seem like I didn't feel like okay, this guy really that is. I could tell like he had a special bond with the kid who played his son.
Yeah, you.
But I can't see like a couple between these two people.
I don't know. I saw the parenting. I saw how much love he had for the kid. When it came to his relationship, I saw it.
That was cute.
And it was
he's like, cover your ears, like we taught you.
I feel like they were trying to be modest.
Yeah. Which is nice.
Even though there was a kiss, I think they were trying to be modest and natural as possible.
It wasn't like the kind of thing where they were trying to just throw it in your face, but for people who are, say, against that stuff completely, just a kiss scene alone would be bothersome.
I mean, I don't like kiss scenes anyway. I don't even like when it's between a man and a woman. I'd rather just show me that you love them instead of smooching. But when you smooch, that means, yes, I love this person.
I know, but sometimes when it comes to, I don't mind seeing a kiss scene. Because, I don't know, for me, I feel that's how you can really tell as to whether or not, okay, these two people, they're just friends, or okay, these two people are definitely a couple. Say in Endgame, when there was that battle between Natasha and the guy who played Hawkeye.
Yeah.
They would, right before she gave her life up, they put their heads together, like the deaf girl and what was his name? The guy that could control people's minds. They did the same thing.
Druid,
yeah. Druid. They did the part where there was a scene where they would put their heads together, and it was just kind of like you can see the bond of like a really deep love and friendship.
No, it was more than love and deeper friendship. Like they were in love with each other.
No, I saw the same kind of connection that Natasha and
I
Hawkeye
saw
had.
flirting. I saw he wanted some girl, but she was like, not right now. No, but I mean,
I don't want to assume that just because there's something going on between a man and a woman that they're automatically a couple.
No, that's probably, how us guys and girls like to ship other people. You know what I mean? How did you when we think about a Marvel movie, we think about the fight scenes.
Yeah.
What did you think about the fight scenes?
Honestly, I quite enjoyed the fight scenes. I mean, some parts did kind of throw me off a little bit. Like, I could feel the pain of having to people who you thought were supposed to be family and really close friends, now they have to fight each other to save the planet.
I'll tell you what, I was disappointed.
Really?
Yeah, I've seen a lot of superhero movies. I've seen a lot of movies. Like, my family are big on movies. And there was, excuse me, I had a hiccup. It didn't seem epic. I'm not saying that it should be
I've definitely seen better, but I didn't really have. I think one of my favorite parts about that whole fight scene was probably the one where, God, what was her name? The speedy chick. What was her name?
I don't know, you're gonna have to guess.
I don't know.
I'm just being sarcastic, but if you can't remember the name, don't.
I know, it sucks that we just saw the movie and I forgot her name already. But basically, the part that between all the fight scenes, the ones that I thought was my favorite was the fact where she found out, the possibility of her close partner was possibly dead, and the way she fought Icarus, or whatever his name is.
It's Icarus.
I said that was the only name I remember.
Really?
Well, no, there's Icarus, Cersei, oh shit. Sprite, Truig, yeah, and
Gilgamesh.
Athena. Yeah, Ajax, and Death Girl so far. Death Girl is the only one I can't remember.
Shame on you.
I know.
Anyway, I was disappointed. I'm not saying that the movie should be like Endgame, but at least when you were watching Thor Ragnarok, I butchered that. I know I did.
Ragnarok.
Yeah. When you saw the third movie of Thor, you knew for a fact.
Yeah.
You knew what was going on. You got hyped for it. You were like, oh, this is amazing.
I'm so glad that you're talking about a movie that I've seen. Because I'm still trying to binge watch all of these movies. So I think the next one I'm supposed to watch is it's either Black Panther or it's Ant-Man and the Wasp.
I feel like one of those Marvel memes where you got a Marvel fan that's seen all the movies, then you just have your friend where you talk to them about it, and you're like, oh, you've become one of us. No, you're not one of us. You hardly see the movies.
I've seen most of them so far. But it's kind of like each movie that comes out and that I learn more about these characters as I'm learning from other comic-related YouTubers, it's just kind of like I get more and more frustrated. Because I'm a normie. I don't want to see a movie about characters that are being changed to show how they represent other people.
Oh, you mean tokenism?
Yeah, pretty much. I don't want to see a tokenized character. I want to see genuine characters from the comics. Because it's kind of like, oh, wow, this is so cool. I actually do want to start reading some of these comics about these characters, but it's just, if I'm watching these movies, first learn about these characters in a movie, then I go to read the comics, I'm going to think, well, this is wrong. This is not like the movie. The movie said this character's supposed to be like this.
Well, see, the thing is, you and I are both different races. We both have the same view.
Yeah.
And to tell you the truth, I want to see... I don't want to see tokenism. I don't want to see a different race.
And as far as we know, we're both women.
Yeah,
and even though there was a woman leader, okay, fine. There was a woman who was the leader. That big whoop.
What I'm getting at is I don't want to see things changed. I want to see the way that they're supposed to be, just like you were saying. And the thing is, we were talking earlier how there's so many representation for all of these characters, for all cultures, and there's like so many you can think of, and yet they're being tossed to the side as if they're not real. Like Blade. Oh my God, Blade. Blade was one of the first movies, Marvel movies, that started the whole Marvel Cinematic. You cannot tell me that if Blade was a white man, it would, you know.
You know, it's kind of...
I don't know how to put it.
I don't know, it's kind of comical how when... I haven't seen Black Panther, but I still remember the hype about like, oh my gosh, it's the first black superhero in a movie.
Wow, I was disappointed. I was so upset.
I'm not going to throw any judgment towards Black Panther because obviously I haven't seen it, but I do plan on seeing it because as I said, I'm binge watching them all. But honestly, I didn't know that Blade was actually part of the Marvelverse. I thought it was just like a regular...
No, he is. Just like Spawn, but Spawn's DC. Those are like
But that
pretty
makes
cool
things even
characters.
worse. Like, they're hyping up Black Panther as if it's the first black superhero movie, or Marvel movie, but you forgot about Blade.
Yeah, it's just like what they did with Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
When Brie Larson goes, I'm the first female superhero. No, you were not.
You forgot about Wonder Woman, and you forgot about Catwoman. Although I don't know if you can... I don't know, can you really call Catwoman a superhero?
No, but like you had Wonder Woman back in the 50s and 60s. They had their own movies. Then you had Supergirl. She had her own movie. Like, did we fucking forget about that? Did we also forget,
Let's also not forget, because of how passionate we can get with our thoughts, there may also be some cursing involved.
Shut up.
What, you always threw out an F-bomb, so...
Put a disclaimer in the beginning of the video.
Yes, I will.
You cannot tell me that you're the first female superhero. You're not. There's so many out there. Women were represented in the horror community as strong women. Sure, they were damsel in distress, but they picked their shit up. They said, fuck this bitch.
I will say one thing that also really angered me was the fact that, okay, this guy who's supposed to play her past love interest, he did something horrible to her by killing off one of her family members, which is Ajax, and basically portrayed them all, almost tried to kill them all, in order to basically kill off the whole planet. But because he couldn't face it, he chooses to fly off into the space and go to kill himself by going directly to the sun.
Oh, yeah.
Sure, that's a great idea to deal with your problems when you can't face them. Go kill yourself.
That, we should be careful. But, yeah, that's representing suicide. And
suicide solves problems.
Yeah, that should not have happened. Even though, yes, he killed, yes, he threatened his entire family, yes, his allegiance was to the other guy, but still...
If you feel like you've done something wrong, then
you make amends.
Spend the rest of your life around these people and make amends and do better. Don't end it like that, thinking like that's the only way to solve it.
We were watching something and it involved suicide, and there was a quote that somebody said in the video,
which is what movie?
Don't do something permanent I forget.
Related to suicide?
Yeah, it was a permanent solution to a
temporary problem.
There we go. That's what I was trying to figure out. It's too late. It's like 9:30. I'm already ready for bed.
Yeah, I know it is late.
Yeah, it was.
We wanted to give out our thoughts while it was still somewhat fresh.
I know.
And it's so sad. I will admit, I'm not going to feel so bad because I don't feel like I really heard that one deaf chick's name said out loud too much. Like it was mainly the other people.
No, yeah, she was more... Eternals made some of the characters, like the group of them. Some of them were just side characters.
I mean, it's kind of like I appreciate what they were trying to do, but there is a way to incorporate some of these kind of characteristics for these characters without changing them completely.
Let's step away from them changing their characters completely. There was a saying that Ajax said that, you need to get everyone together because all of you have to do this together. Alright, well, she's dead.
Yeah.
Gilgamesh dies. And then you have the other guy that just,
Oh my god,
freaking leaves.
I like that bond too. Like, shoot, those two were not together like that. I like the way he cared for her. Because, like, she has moments, Athena, where when her eyes kind of whiten out, she tries to kill all of her friends.
She's in like a trance.
Yeah, she's in like a trance. And for a while, you couldn't understand as to why she would be like that. And it turns out towards the end, you finally figured it out. It's because she knows what's going to happen.
And I think that's why Ajax, when they thought they did their mission, right? They thought they killed off all the deviants.
Yeah.
And she's like, she's gonna screw it all up. I can't control her no more.
Yeah, she's gonna spill the beans.
So by splitting them all up and then saying that she's crazy,
they made it seem like she was unstable.
Yeah. And I mean, she technically was unstable.
I mean, yeah, technically she was, but there was a reason for it.
There was a reason for it. It was like she was like
but
another.
They made it seem like she has some kind of disease.
No,
she didn't have a disease. It was her memories that kept on popping up, and they were taken over because each time it was like a cycle that they all went through. But for her, the part of that cycle was getting their memories erased, and hers were not completely erased.
They say that over time, like if you wanted to be a vampire, let's just say, or immortal, you got to live forever. Eventually, you will forget. You'll forget all your memories. Mm-hmm. You'll forget the first time you ride your bike.
Yep.
Or the first time you drove, a girl and took her out to eat. Like, eventually, you'll forget all those memories that you had with your entire family as the years go by. So your brain is not able to retain memory because it's trying to make, like, a new spot for new memories so you can keep it. That's what I thought was happening, was that she lived her cycle and she was starting to forget some things, and she was having a moment. I didn't catch on that it was, her experiencing the last memory, or last, let's say, life. Because in the movie it said once they finished their duty, they would, forget and start a new life.
I think they would actually get killed off, wouldn't they?
No.
Don't you remember when Ashram, I think his name was Ashram, the head honcho, he showed...
I'm gonna let you go.
What? He showed Cersei all those different...
versions of themselves.
Yeah, that get destroyed each time they do the whole...
Yes, but he retains all their memories and then restarts their life again.
Yeah, he keeps their memories.
So they're technically being reborn. So I was right.
What are you talking about? They're being reborn?
You're being reborn. He said, "I'm going to reborn you."
Yeah, but he kills them off. He takes the memories, but he kills off the bodies and puts the memories in a new body.
That means they never die, because all their emotions and everything follows with.
Okay.
He's just taking one soul to a new body.
Just talk. I know what I said.
I know what I said.
I will say it was definitely nice to see a familiar face.
Are we talking about
Mr. Muscles?
Who's Mr. Muscle?
Train to Busan.
Oh, okay. I freaking love Train to Busan.
Yeah, I know. She can go on a tangent just about that movie alone.
I've watched that movie like 10 times, and I did not recognize him.
You know what? You watched that movie like 10 times, and then you did not recognize. How could you forget? He was the... Oh.
I would give you a good answer. He's a really good actor. Because when
I recognized him the moment I saw him. What are you talking about?
When he was playing the character, I only saw the character. I didn't see the guy from Train to Busan.
I did.
Like,
I will say he kind of it's cause sometimes I forget when I see these foreign actors.
I'm not gonna lie, it's been a while.
I mean, yeah, it also doesn't help that I just saw the Train to Busan not too long ago. But sometimes when I hear actors and actresses who are from different countries and they're speaking their natural language, which in his case it's Korean, I get thrown off a little bit when I hear them speaking English. Not to say that it's a bad thing, but it's like, damn, you could do that too?
No, let me tell you what, I love watching Korean dramas. I love watching Korean movies. And there are times where I'll watch a show or a movie, and then out of nowhere, all of a sudden they're speaking English. And I understand it. Like, I don't have to read the subtitles.
I know,
Like,
I love that part.
I don't know if I'm learning slowly how to speak it, or at least understand. But I'm sitting there going, I understood that. I don't know how.
You know, it's kind of like what during the church when I went to Puerto Rico.
And let me remind you, they were not speaking English when they were talking.
Yeah. It kind of reminds me how the whole him going from seeing him in the movie where he's talking Korean and seeing him in this movie where he's talking English. It kind of reminds me of those moments where, like, I'm around somebody who's speaking Spanish.
Yeah.
And I'm learning Spanish. I'm not quite up to par where I feel comfortable enough to converse with somebody. I hear someone speaking Spanish, and out of nowhere they throw in like a couple of English words. I'm just kind of have to catch it when it comes, kind of situation.
No, I mean, like, I'll be zoning out on a show. They're not changing the language at all. And then all of a sudden, in my head, I understand what they're saying without reading the subtitles. I think I figured out a new superpower. But, you know.
I will say, though, what did you think about that ending scene?
Oh, the ending scene?
The very end, the ending credit scene.
Oh, we're not talking about Thanos' brother?
Yeah. Honestly, I saw it. I got excited when I saw Harry Styles.
No. I'm not saying he's a bad actor.
I mainly got excited because I've heard some of his music. I enjoy some of his music. I've heard that he was acting, that he decided to take on acting, but I've never seen any of his stuff. So I got excited because, like, all right, cool, I'll be able to see something that he acted in.
I think the first, I don't know how many movies he's done, but
I don't think he's done much.
I saw one where he was, I think it was based in, like, World War II. It was, like, one of those movies. I liked it. I didn't know it was Harry Styles until I saw the credit scene. I've never seen or, listened to his music.
I mean, I was a former One Direction fan, so I like some of that songs.
It's kind of funny because I don't like, you know how everyone was listening to Stressed Out by 21? Pilot 21? No. 21 Pilots? There we go.
Yes.
Holy shit. My mind shot. Like, that song was, like, everywhere. And I'm like, I hate this fucking song. And then once it died down, I'm like, oh, this is an amazing song.
That's kind of like how it is for me when it comes to, like, certain songs, say, from Adele. Yeah. Like, when the hype is there, people are so into their song, and it's like, I'll hear, it's like, okay, it's a cool song. I don't really get into a song until the hype is gone.
Yeah, that's me. Maybe I'll change. Maybe I'll be a Harry Styles girl.
Yeah, and then once I finally do hear the song, it's like, oh my god, this song's amazing. And then it's like, really?
Oh, I heard Harry Styles. Actually, I did hear a Harry Styles song. It was like Watermelon or something like that. I only heard it once.
I mean, now that I got excited when I saw,
something like that.
I don't know, I got excited when I saw Harry Styles make an appearance at the end credits scene, but now that the hype is gone, I don't know. For an ending credit that's supposed to give up the little sneak peek for the next movie, I was kind of disappointed in it.
I think what it is we don't know. I don't know Pip the Troll. I didn't know Thanos had a brother.
I mean, when I think of the younger brother of Thanos, he's not it.
They're bringing new characters out, and I love that they're doing that. I just want them to represent the characters right. I don't want tokenism. As a Marvel fan, as a fan in general, and just, help Hollywood out.
I mean, unfortunately, it doesn't seem like Hollywood's really going to change until they lose a lot of money, until people officially stop buying their stuff.
Well, you know what? They're going to lose a lot of money.
I mean, they're technically already losing money. I mean, so far, Rotten Tomatoes for this movie, it's been officially rated rotten.
You have Aquaman, too. There's a big boycott on that.
And that's already losing money because of certain nameless people.
Yeah, we can't name them.
We're not allowed to name, but we already know. And guess what? Ken? I got some good news for you.
What?
She gonna be spending some years in jail.
Oh, yes. Fucking knew it. I told you. What was it, last year? I told you she's done.
I don't know. All I know is that people already knew about her lies. I heard her cockiness. No one's gonna believe you. No one's gonna believe you that I'm doing all these things. Well, guess what? Not only do people believe that you're doing all those things, there's proof showing that you did all those things. There's people coming out of the woodworks saying you did all those things and confirming the lies that you've spoken. Even your freaking family are confirming it. And guess what? You're getting investigated on it, and you're going to be spending some time in jail.
I'm telling you. I saw it from the beginning. The moment I heard it come out, I was like, oh no, he didn't do that. There's no way. This is when the Me Too movement came out. I'm not saying that...
Hold on, before I get back onto that, before we start on a new subject, let's finish the other thing about the movie. The second end credit scene.
Let me finish my thought before I lose it. We'll talk about the ending credit, I promise. It's not like I don't believe in rape victims.
Like, that's what the Me Too movement is for.
Yeah.
And I like that it's around. Because it gives people, victims like that, a place to speak out about what happened to them.
And there's a lot of people who will use that against a man, and I think that's wrong. As a feminist, I'm not what's that word I used last time?
You're
extremist.
Yes.
I'm not an extremist.
There's a difference between an actual feminist and a person who claims to be one, but is actually not.
Yeah.
They're called extremists.
As a feminist, I believe in equality. So if a girl is going to say he did this to me and he didn't, and you blame this on him, and you ruined his life just because you wanted to and can, shame on you. You make the Me Too movement a joke.
I feel women who create lies like that about a man and destroy their life should get their lives destroyed as well.
Yeah, and I believe if you're gonna say a man raped me and he didn't, and you just did it out of spite, I think you should get jail time.
They should. They should get jail time. Like, if a man goes to jail for, say, 5-10 years, you should go to jail too.
You have no right. Now, if this happened long ago and it happened to you, and you're too afraid, speak up, but do not lie.
You can't claim, all right, this guy did this to me, but then all women should be believed by being for equality, that men should be treated equal too.
I'm telling you, when women were coming out of the woodworks, I sat there and I was like, well, how do you know who's telling the truth and who's not? I'm not saying they're all lies.
I will say sometimes when women say, all right, this guy touched me inappropriately, it's difficult to prove that a guy did that.
Oh my gosh. So,
unless it's being done in a crowd, people who that does happen to, it's difficult to prove it.
Yeah, and this reminds me of when I was in high school. When we were in high school.
Yeah.
Ooh, I sound old. We were friends with a girl who told us that, she was with a man, and, they spent the night together. They didn't spend the night together. They kind of had a,
Are you talking about who I think you're talking about?
Yeah, you know who I'm talking about.
I know who you're talking about.
You know who I'm talking about. She had a sexual encounter with a man.
We're going to call this person NP.
NP,
nameless person.
And here, later, like, she was all excited about it. She's like, yeah, I lost my V card to him. And I'm like...
I remember.
I'm like, okay. Like, she could not stop talking about it.
Because for some reason, girls back then, it was really exciting to lose a V card.
Like, I didn't understand it. I think I would have kept that shit tight. But I'm just saying.
Like, okay.
She talked about it. Like, she just went to church and saw God for the first time in her life. And
well, you saw Santa for the first time.
Or Santa. But
like the actual Santa, not your dad dressed up in a Santa costume, Santa.
Ooh, ew. And then all of a sudden, she goes, we were talking, and then she goes, yeah, he raped me. And I was like, but you said you gave your consent. She goes, well, I lied. And I was like, did you lie, or are you just upset with him?
That's the thing I can't stand. You gotta get your consent one moment when you're actually doing the act, but then because you have an issue or you're just simply upset with that person, you're gonna say, yeah, I'm mad at this person, so, oh no, I didn't consent, he raped me.
Yeah, because
you can't take back your consent after you've already done the deed. Sorry, but you can't do that.
No, and I remember that she was having a feud with this guy at one point. Not only that, every guy she was like had a problem with that she spoke about almost religiously and had a problem with him, she would then say it was rape, except for 2 people that I know of.
Didn't she at one point, she actually threatened you not to say anything?
Yeah, she was keeping a secret of somebody who we all knew, and unfortunately it affected someone in our group. Oh, my alarm's going off. Someone in our group.
You're darn alarm. That's it, I'm gonna sue her. Because of her damn alarm. That shit went off even when we were in the theater. And I looked at her like, really? During this special moment?
It was boring.
I mean...
Anyway, but no, it was somebody that we all knew. He was much older, and she didn't want it to go out. And she thought I was stupid, and I wouldn't connect the dots with all her stories and whatnot. But yeah, you cannot give your consent, get angry at him, and say, oh, it was rape. I heard a story one time of a woman who gave her consent to this dude. He broke up with her. She found out she was pregnant, told him, and he was kind of happy about it, and was like, okay, what do you need? I'll help you out. And she's like, well, get back together with me. And he's like, no. And she goes, well, then I'm just gonna kill the baby. And like, she threatened the baby.
Once you do the deed, a baby is conceived.
Well, see, the thing is, he said, no, we're not good together, but I want this child. And she goes, well, I don't. So, without telling him, she got an abortion, took a picture of it, sent it to him, and then went out to the police and said that he raped her and told her to get an abortion and send him a picture. And I'm like, why? So now this guy's having issues.
I swear though, man, sometimes...
Women are fucking crazy.
I know, sometimes I can't stand being a female, mainly because of the bad females that are out there. And unfortunately, for girls
I think
want
you gotta rake them.
Yeah, for girls that want to, say, flaunt their stuff and want to sleep with any guy that comes around, it gives other guys that impression, okay, because this girl wants me, every girl wants me, and then they'll come across a girl that does not want them. Just because this one wanted you doesn't mean everybody does. Doesn't mean I'm into stuff like that. I don't understand that.
Yeah, so, no means no, everybody.
You can't take back consent once you've already done the deed.
And
if you want to leave your comments, leave your thoughts and comments below. Feel free to do so.
Should we finish our last thought? What's your rating on the movie?
See, I gotta think about it. You keep yours. Give me a second.
Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna say the movie was good. It's not great. It's not awesome. It was okay. It left me unsatisfied at the end. Am I giving you enough time? I'm trying to stall. So I'm gonna rate it. I did rate it like a 7 earlier out of 10.
Yeah.
But I think I'm gonna bump it down to like a 4.
I mean, I need to. Shit. Cause it's kind of like this. I'm the kind of person where it's difficult for me to call a movie bad, even when someone says, "Oh, it was the worst." What the hell is that?
What is what? What did you do?
I just saw something on the billboard for about the Little Mermaid.
You scared the shit out of me. I thought it was out on the road. We're in the road. It's dark. Why would you fucking do that? Oh my god, my god.
My bad.
Like, I thought that you just saw a dead body. Why would you fucking do that to me?
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. My ass, it's November. Oh my god. What is that? What? What is that? Oh my god.
Okay.
My heart.
If it's not already well known, I'm a Little Mermaid fan, and I got excited.
You can kiss my ass. Give your ring so we can say goodbye.
Oh my goodness.
Or you just fucking did that to me.
Oh my goodness. So as I was saying before, when it comes to movies, it's difficult for me to find something bad in them. Even though there'll be some scenes that I don't like, it's difficult for me. I'm too nice. I'll just say that.
You're not a true critic.
it's difficult for me to be a bad critic. I'm not gonna give the movie a 10 out of 10, but I don't think it was the best movie out there. I'm not gonna give it a 0 out of 10. I guess between like a 6.5 and a 7.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I said 6 to 7 earlier.
I mean, I feel realistically that kind of movie would technically go down, and for other people they will probably give it like maybe a 3 or 4 because it's all the problems. But I liked a lot of the characters, even despite the whole them being tokenized. I like the relationships between them. I like the fight scenes.
See, this
I like the comic relief that they had in there.
This is what I've done recently with the Marvel movies, or just Disney in general. When they make remakes of their movies, or they make Marvel movies, I have to separate it from the original source in order to enjoy it.
I know, it's
It's difficult, but you have to if you want to enjoy it. And even then, when you're trying to be biased by doing that, you still don't like it.
I mean, I will say, watching the movie, it didn't give me that impression that characters were tokenized. It did seem like they were original, but just simply knowing that, okay, some of these characters are not right. Which one are they? I don't know. I enjoyed it, though. Regardless, I still enjoyed it. Would I watch it again? Yeah, I'd watch it again.
Oh, hell no. I wouldn't watch it again.
I watch it again because I just watch it again.
If I watch it again, it's because the other person never seen it, so I can bitch about it. Just like I did with Captain Marvel.
I knew you were gonna say that.
I fucking hate that movie. That movie's still on bottom. Eternal beats it.
I mean, I will say, between Iron Man, Black Widow, and Eternals, if I had to choose, out of those 3, which one that I would rather watch, it would always be Iron Man.
Because back then, movies were done right.
I know, people
I'm just kidding, I don't know.
I don't know, a lot of movies, a lot of people disliked Iron Man 2. I love that one.
Yeah, I didn't like Iron Man 2.
I love Iron Man 2. I can't really say anything bad about it because I just really liked it. For some strange reason, even though I'm at the point of the list of Marvel movies that I'm trying to watch, where I'm already past that stage, I'm on to the next stage, and I, for some strange reason, cannot stop rewatching those movies. I just enjoy
I think I liked every single Thor movie.
Yeah, that's another one. I can't see nothing bad about the Thor movies.
I'm kind of happy they didn't make a Hulk movie. They kind of just made his character and story grow throughout the phases.
Yeah.
Just like they did with Black Widow. Alright, Sam, do your line. Let's close this bitch.
Alright, if you liked what we had to say and you would like to hear more, please like, subscribe, and comment in the comment section because we would love to hear your thoughts. Thank you for joining us. I'm Sam.
I'm Kate.
Thank you for listening. Goodbye.